Hello, everybody. It is Bonnie, and I am here for Intuitive Eating Wisdom Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to our new members. Super excited that you are here. Got a lot in store for you today, and we're talking about the relationship between you and your body, how to really feel comfortable in your body, in your clothes, the number one way to do that. That's what we're going to get into today. I want to remind everybody to please answer the poll that is pinned to the top of this page. Really would like to know where you are around your mindset of your commitment to never diet again and to truly uplevel your learning and what type of support you feel that you need. In this group here, you've got the support to help you navigate the journey, pretty much on your own, but there are many different levels of support that I can offer you. If you're interested, just go ahead and tag me or private message me and we can have a conversation around that. Okay, what are we talking about today? The number one way to feel comfortable in your clothes. It's all really about the relationship between you and your body. If you've been influenced by diet culture in the past, which I'm assuming you have been because, you're here, and like so many other people, and you've tried to really keep up with the diets that you see online, what was the true intent behind giving up the freedom to eat what you please? So I'm going to repeat that in just a moment. But if you are here, please go ahead and say hello because I do like to talk to people. So do that and, give me a like, give me a heart because the algorithms for Facebook really do like it. As a matter of fact, maybe I should just really go ahead and just tag everybody to join me. And at least if you can't join me, then you can watch the replay. So let me go ahead and do that. We are live. Okay. All right, perfect. So I just did that. So hopefully everyone will come. If you're here, come say hello. But anyway, let me get back into the topic at hand. If you've been influenced by Thai culture in the past, maybe even in the present, although I hope not, but it is very difficult, and you've tried to keep up with the diets that you see online, what was the true intent behind giving up the freedom to eat what you please? Regardless of what the media may say about dieting, how certain diets are quote unquote easy to follow, or they'll tell you they're quote unquote good for your health, or will even, say something like, it'll make you the happiest you've ever been, or you'll really finally achieve that dream body, etc. It's so very important to remember the truth about diet culture before you really feed into any of the false information that you read. And I know how difficult that is. Hi, Claire. Glad to have you here. So unless instructed by your doctor for medical reasons, right? And I'm going to say this, but I'm going to go ahead backwoods and give you a little disclaimer, okay? Following a quote-unquote diet is an extremely unsustainable way to live long term, but only truly serves to, diets in the word diets. Why do you diet? To change your body or your physical appearance, right? What I said about unless instructed by your doctor for medical purposes, meaning medical nutrition therapy, there are certainly health conditions that require you to modify the way you eat. But at the end of the day, we don't have to view it as rules on and off. Rules, I can, I can't. It's more about what can you do with this information to really have it gently inform you of decisions you make around food and nutrition for the purpose of your health. Maybe on another live we'll get more into that, but for today's purpose in talking about the relationship between you and your body, you've dabbled with those diets for pretty much one purpose and one purpose alone, and that's to change your physical appearance, to change your body in one fashion or another. At least that's probably how it started all those years ago. And so you'll probably recognize the, advertisements all over your social media channels, right? Get your dream body in a week, or, lose the stubborn fat for good, and, following this diet or that diet, or feel your best after this. And as a matter of fact, I had somebody a colleague of mine. Well, she's not a colleague in the health space, interestingly enough. She is a coach in another space totally. And she and I were recently having conversations because she was promoting some type of beverage for weight loss. And I was shocked that she got sucked into it. And she added me to the Facebook group, and I am just appalled and sad by all of the people that get sucked into these quick fixes. I recently had a conversation with somebody who shared that her husband had lost a lot of weight. We don't really talk numbers, it doesn't matter. Following a certain meal replacement diet program. So it was basically just drinks. And he was all on top of it, like, oh, this is great, this is great. Now, she herself is a like Weight Watcher lifetime member, although she still struggles with her body. Anyways, I saw her last week and she said, oh my God, can you believe it? He already has gained back weight and he's going to end up gaining it all back again. Excuse me. And I wanted to be really gentle, but almost to say, well, like, what did anybody think when you lose weight like that with these miracles, as they like to tell you? It's just not sustainable, right? In any event, all of the promoting and the constant rave about these diets that are air that can make you, they're easy to follow. They're exactly what you're looking for. It's just a never-ending dieting cycle that you get stuck with. And guess what? Not once throughout the diet, have you probably ever felt like you achieved that quote unquote perfect body. So think about that, right? You've been through a cycle of diets and probably never really achieved the perfect body you want. You know why? Because every time you reach a goal, you move that goalpost. That's generally what happens. So what is the secret to finally feeling comfortable in your body and understanding why dieting has totally ruined your confidence? When you begin dieting, you're also subconsciously committing to the idea of completely disregarding your body's true cravings, its needs, its wants, so you can keep to a strict food schedule. You may be thinking that it will make you happy, it'll make you confident in the long term, and you keep telling yourself that you just need to have discipline and willpower, two words that are so diet culture-y, right, in order to achieve your goals. But the mental harm that the diet culture does or ends up creating is so much, it's just creating a worse sense of self-worth and of body image. So let's talk about dieting, diet culture, and your confidence. Why or how has dieting ruined your confidence? Number one, dieting removes the idea of eating for pleasure, well-being, or self-care. And it makes eating all about what? How food is going to affect your appearance, aka your weight. When you're always thinking about the amount of calories, carbs, fat, sugar, sodium, macros, whatever it may be, that is in the food that you are eating, eventually you're going to start to obsess over those foods and how they may or may not change your body. The obsession with eating food for the purpose of physical appearance will have you repeatedly checking your body in the mirror. So all that body checking that you do, reflections in the store windows when you pass by, their mirrors every time you pass by, and probably wishing that you just hadn't eaten X food that day. Right? Oh, that muffin I ate for breakfast this morning, clearly it had too many carbs. Look at the belly fat, or whatever the conversation in your head is, right? So that is a very big problem. Number two, because you're so concerned about ruining, quote unquote, ruining your eating schedule, or of course this is meaning a diet, you just become out of tune with what your body really is asking for. That is the hunger cues, that's the food choices, etc. So no matter how it's advertised, any diet honestly is just not sustainable and will require you to follow a strict eating schedule. Whether you're restricting food groups, whether it's beverages, whether you're limiting the time that you're quote unquote allowed to eat, right, known as your eating window, you're ultimately becoming out of tune with your body. And when you're unable to listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues or the cravings that it may have, cravings is not a quote unquote bad thing, by the way. It's natural. You're human. It's physiological at times. You'll start to believe that hunger or fullness is altering the way your body looks, right? So you may say, I'm so hungry, but I'm going to skip breakfast. This way I'll look smaller. Have you ever said that or something like that? You may say, I think I ate more than I should have eaten at dinner. Now I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to go out because I'm going to look huge. I feel huge. I'm going to look huge. So it impacts your confidence. It impacts the connection with your body and your body image. Number 3, you're constantly worrying and overthinking about your next meal, that you're no longer living in the present moment. This is a problem. Whatever diet approach you take, whether it's counting calories, eating at scheduled times, eating only particular food groups and so forth, or eliminating major food groups, it will have your mind wrapped around this idea of food all the time. And you'll begin pre-planning what you're going to eat in your head based on your appearance, right? Okay, you say to yourself, it's noon. I'm meeting with some friends, tonight at 7 p.m. I want to wear that little black dress. I'm just going to have a small snack now instead of eating lunch so I could look smaller tonight. Or you may say, I have a party on Saturday, which gives me 3 days to eat quote unquote clean so I can look my best. I'm only going to eat low cal, low fat, fat free, whatever you may say until then. So you're making the connection between what you eat and the immediate change in your body. Again, a distortion. Number 4, diet culture has made you believe that eating intuitively will cause excessive weight gain. I know this. I hear it all the time. That is what people who are not a fan of intuitive eating will tell you. So after picking up habits from diet culture, eating, like for example, eating after a certain time will cause you weight gain is something you might have heard. Or you might have heard from diet culture, well, carbs are bad. You'll gain weight. Or, only eat this amount, right? So referencing serving sizes. You start to think that listening to your true wants and needs will completely change your appearance because you're basing it off of diet culture numbers. Similarly, after constantly dieting, you may start to believe that if I do listen to my body, it will only result in overeating because I'm just going to want to eat and eat and eat, ultimately causing weight gain, which is obviously a very big fear for people who give up dieting or who are trying to give up dieting. One of the reasons that they're held back is because of that fear. So you may say, I really want to have some pizza, but it's going to make me gain weight, so I can't have it. You may say, I'm still kind of hungry after eating this recommended amount of fill in the blank, but I know if I have another serving, it's going to mess me up and I'm going to gain weight. You may say, I wish I can eat these cookies, but I know once I start, I won't be able to stop. Like all of these things are thanks to diet culture. Intuitive eating does not mean eat whatever you want, wherever you want without attunement. It means eating what your body wants. Tune in, pick up the signals of hunger, fullness, satisfaction, desires, needs of your body. So yes, you can certainly give yourself unconditional permission to eat and eat what you want when you want with attunement. You were an intuitive eater before you were a dieter, right? But diet culture and the subsequent food obsession, I think maybe has you forgetting that. So the truth is, you were born an intuitive eater. You can return to being an intuitive eater. It's not food that's causing this obsession with wanting to change your physical appearance. It's the ideas that diet culture has promoted and that has seeped into your mind, in your conscious and your subconscious that are driving the actions you're taking and the results you're taking. And that does include ignoring hunger and fullness signals, keeping a strict food schedule, eating based on the clock, eliminating major food groups, and so much more. So the key to feeling confident in your clothes is by what? By changing your mindset and by listening to your intuition, because confidence, my friends, comes from within. So how exactly can you make this mindset shift? By, yes, eating intuitively, saying no to diets, to diet culture, and to really lean into the signals of your body and learn to trust them. And you will start to see changes. When you listen to your body's true hunger and fullness cues and you respond to all its needs, wants, and cravings with full permission, you're treating your body with the respect that it deserves. Because, my gosh, your body deserves respect for keeping you alive every single day. By treating your body with absolute kindness, you'll be able to appreciate your body for what it does for you rather than wishing over and over that it was different. Intuitive eating will allow you to focus on your body's functionality rather than its appearance, and you will find yourself eating in a way that will give you the most energy, comfort, and happiness. And only you can determine what that is, nobody else. So, the number on the scale, let's say something about that. The number on the scale, once you learn to eat intuitively in the manner in which I'm sharing, and you change your focus to focus on the functionality of your body, the number on the scale is not going to be or seem as important anymore. It just won't. When you know that you're giving your body the nutrients and the love that it needs, the scale will no longer hold any value or power for you as it once did. My friends, the most important relationship is the one between you and your body. Don't let diet culture take that away. By eating intuitively, I promise you can gain the confidence back one step at a time. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've shared today. Again, just in case you aren't aware, this group is here to support you on your journey away from dieting, away from focusing on intentionally pursuing weight loss. If you are holding weight that is above what your natural healthy weight is, meaning what that is in your genetic blueprint, by changing your mindset, your habits, your behaviors, your thought processes, your limiting beliefs, perhaps weight will be released, but that would happen organically without you stepping on a scale several times a day, without you counting calories, restricting yourself, etc. If you need help, you need support, reach out to me. I do have a coaching program for a small group of women. It is called Whole Body Trust, where I do help you move away from diet culture once and for all and regain that trust in yourself. If you're interested to jump in this year, before the end of the year, before the price goes up in the new year, just send me a private message and we can get on a call to discuss. All right. So the number one way for you to feel comfortable in your clothes, to improve the relationship with you and your body, move away from diet culture, start looking and thinking and thanking and having gratitude for the functionality of your body as you learn to give yourself full permission to eat and ultimately return to being the intuitive eater like you were born. Any questions, comment below. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts as on replay, #replay, tag me, and we'll continue the conversation. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.